What's up, everybody? I haven't shot a video quite like this in a while, and I just wanted to share something that's been pivotal in my life because it's given me organization and it's helped me realize when I'm in alignment with my higher self, when I'm in alignment with what it is that I'm wanting to create, or when I'm out of alignment. It kind of keeps me, it's like my North Star, if you will. And this is called the Core Four. And I can't take credit for the Core Four. The Core Four came from the author Sean Whalen in his book, Getting Shit Done. So check that out. I've kind of taken the Core Four and made it my own, but ultimately the Core Four came from Sean. Thank you, Sean. And the first element of the Core Four is the most important, and this is the hierarchy. So I'm going to go down from most important to least important. They're all important, but in my opinion, this is the hierarchy of how it should go. So the first one is mindset and spirituality. And I don't care if you worship God or Jesus or Allah or Buddha or the universe or whatever it is, the number one thing, the number one pivotal thing is knowing that you are connected to some type of higher power. And it puts you in the role of creation then. It allows you to take responsibility for your life. So you're no longer this victim walking around like, why does this always happen to me? Once you kind of get into that creator seat, with the higher power, then you're like, okay, I know I am responsible for my results. I'm a creator, therefore I can change anything that I want, right? It's all up to me. And really with the mindset thing, I go for the three C's. I'm looking to be consistent, I'm looking to be confident, and I'm looking to be calm. So calm is just controlling my emotions. What a notion that is, right? That's something I've worked on quite a bit in my own life. To be calm is controlling emotions. To be consistent, it's all about daily habits for me, everybody. I used to set these goals. I'm setting a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. I do not do well with that whatsoever. It didn't really start clicking for me until I started doing daily goals. Who am I today? I got to be consistent every single day. I got to be working on the Core Four every single day. And the confident thing is really another word for confidence is just secure. And it's the opposite of being insecure. And I've been insecure for a lot of my life. And that led to a lot of drinking alcohol and doing drugs and just not being comfortable in my own skin. And that stems from, just lack of self-worth and lack of self-love. And believe me, when I started to take daily actions to actually start to trust myself, start to fulfill agreements consistently with myself, could be small agreements, could be doing burpees, it could be doing push-ups, could be making your bed. It's just fulfilling daily small commitments. And that allowed me to trust myself, which allowed me to like myself, which allowed me to love myself, give me that self-worth and give me that security. And really, it's really helped me in just removing all external validation and external substances from my life, bring it all back home. That's that natural confidence that I'm finding for the first time in my life, to be completely upfront with you. And that's the mindset: calm, confident, consistent, knowing you are connected to the higher power. The most important relationship is you with your higher self or with the higher power. And we'll get back into relationships in just a second. Number 2 is health. And health is extremely important, even above business and relationships, because if your health is out of whack, your business will crumble. Your health is very important. Your relationships, you cannot be the best partner in a relationship when your health is suffering. So when I set health goals, I do set a weight goal that I want to be under a certain number, because I think that's just a very easy barometer, to check my body weight. And I set performance goals. So that's pretty much the extent of my health. I set performance goals as far as things I want to accomplish in the gym. I journal about things like muscle ups and double unders with a jump rope. It's not fancy, and I want to be under a certain weight with my health. But that's what I journal about, and that's number 2 in this hierarchy with the Core Four. Number 3 is relationships. And I already said the most important relationship is you with your higher self and with God, with the universe, right? Whatever your higher self is, whatever your creator is. But the second most important relationship, outside of the higher power and yourself, is your partner or spouse. And it's even more important than you with your kids. And this is me talking to myself. This is the way I see it. Because if you don't have it together and I'm talking to myself, if I don't have it together with Lindsay, if I don't have it together with my partner, it's going to affect the kids super negatively. I think if I could just keep my shit together with my relationship to Lindsay, it will benefit the children in many ways. And my goal every day is what I journal about is to love Lindsay 100%. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means no external seeking of pornography or, looking at women online and, looking at reels that are just, sex and stuff like that. I'm not doing it. I used to. I've been through that, but I had to cut that off completely. So all intimacy is just myself and Lindsay, and that's me loving her 100%. A lot of guys don't want to talk about that. They can maybe get a little defensive. It's a little weird, talking about porn and stuff like that. I had to cut all that out. It's just not healthy for my mind. And I do notice it has improved my relationship vastly. I don't even look at women's profiles online. Like if someone's in my stories, there's some woman in a bikini or something like that, I'll mute the story. I won't even open it up. And if it pops up like that, I get rid of it. I just don't need that distraction. And that's how I love Lindsay 100%. But I feel that is the most important relationship. And, that helps my relationship to the kids. And finally, money. So the goal is to double my income this year in 2025 from last year. And the first thing I had to do was get super clear on my expenses and completely slash all expenses that are useless. And I've done that. And I've done a lot of little things, but little things add up. Biggest one is probably quitting alcohol. I also quit Diet Coke. I used to drink a lot of Diet Coke. I also quit drive-through coffee. That was an $11 a day ordeal, just ridiculous. But a lot of meaningless subscriptions, but just completely cut out all expenses aggressively, but then also aggressively go after income. Raise your prices. You are worth it, right? See opportunities and create opportunities where you can add more value to more people, where people are willing to compensate you in the form of dollars for value that you are giving to them. And always seek to give more value than you receive in return in the form of cash, right? So increase your income, decrease your expenses. That will allow you to keep more money. And then the third part to be aggressive is aggressively get that money working for you. And the biggest expenses we endure in our life is taxes, fees, interest, inflation. So we want to grow our money aggressively in containers that are favorable to lower taxes and fees. And we want to be the one collecting interest or yield, not paying out interest. So we want to look at our money in that light and just aggressively grow our money in ways to avoid taxes, avoid fees, and things like that. And I'm doing things with self-directed IRAs and insurance policies and HSAs. I'm learning all about this stuff for the first time in my life. I've known about it, but I'm really diving in deep. And this is a lot of the things we talk about in our private coaching community. In fact, the people who are in our private coaching community, they hear me talking about the Core 4 all the time. But that's really been foundational for me, and it allows me to get this barometer, to get this North Star, to where when I'm not taking action or focused in on something, that's the Core 4. When I'm away drifting, that's what Napoleon Hill calls drifting. When I'm into politics and the news and sports, and hey, don't get me wrong, I watched the national championship game recently. I like a good MMA fight just as much as the next guy and things like that. I'm not saying don't have any hobbies, but I'm not emotionally attached to anything outside of the Core 4. And when I find myself kind of diving into these rabbit holes and these rabbit trails of things that are out of alignment, this kind of allows me to snap back to my North Star and to what's important. So hopefully you found value from this. Let me know in the comments what you took from this video, if anything at all. Hope you're doing well. I'm here for you. I'm in your corner. If you're interested in learning more about our private coaching, it's a solid community. We're doing a lot of real estate deals, but it's much more than that. We get into a lot of this stuff, just personal finance, spirituality, being the best versions of ourselves. And that is really my path that I'm on, and I'm grateful to share this path with you all. Have a good one.